I said, oh.
Stacy.
I'm here.
Yeah, you're the host. We're live.
Okay, I just wanted to know that we're live, because it doesn't, like, tell me on my phone that we're live. Or when.
Fair enough.
But, so, 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special episode of XGR.
Oh yeah, I should load that up.
This is E3, the Nintendo section.
Woo.
Talk.
Woo.
Woo.
Whoa.
I think we lost Stacy.
Of course we did.
She was lost a long time ago.
Indeed.
I don't know.
Are you still there, Stacy?
I exist.
And this is why I said Google Hangouts was a bad idea.
Okay, were you willing to waste time editing the video for us instead of monopolizing our time?
Never.
Oh, okay, no, okay.
Nintendo E3, make it happen.
Yep.
I'm trying to
Okay.
summon her or something.
But yeah, as you heard, we're live, folks. So yeah, it's the Nintendo one, and it's the Nintendo conference. So I'll leave it until I'll leave the stuff I know Stacy was going to take till she comes back. But
Okay.
I'll take mine first. I will go with a brand new Donkey Kong vs Mario, or Mario vs Donkey Kong in HD is coming out. Woo!
Ooh. Like the
I don't know
ones
if
that were
anyone.
on the DS, like that time?
Yeah,
Or
they
like
were on
Wii?
DS, and I think there was an entry on the Wii. I think I do like the series, but because it's pretty good. It's like Mario if it was done by Lemmings.
Yeah, okay, yeah, those are the ones I was thinking of. I only played one of those, but it was actually pretty fun.
It was.
I never left the call. I just, for some reason, you couldn't hear me.
Ah, you're back.
I never left the call, but for some reason, you couldn't hear me. But I could hear you guys perfectly.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Then
I
continue.
just heard like screaming at the computer now.
Yeah,
I was
then continue.
Can you hear me? Okay. The first one I want to talk about is the Super Smash Brothers, like all the freaking characters that are super mega awesome that have been announced. I think my favorite out of the whole bunch though is Pac-Man, because I just love Pac-Man. It's right up there with Tetris, man. Fuck yeah, Tetris. And you see the guy that they interviewed, like for Tetris, like oh my god, he was like so adorable. He was like Russian. He's like, yeah, Tetris is a good game. And he was like, it's still going, 30th anniversary, whoop whoop, yup, that's it. And I'm like, oh my god. But anyway, like back to this one, like Pac-Man, super mega excited, like, I like how they have both, like, the arms and legs Pac-Man, but he can also be, like, the not arms and legs, like, typical arcade Pac-Man. Because that's
Oh, amputee Pac-Man.
amputee, he chopped off his arms and legs.
Yeah, I liked all the characters they showed off. My favorite was definitely me. Only because I love me, and I love playing as the Miis in various games and stuff because, well, it adds an element of customization, and what you can do with the Miis, with the 3 different types and stuff, means my Mii will probably be the up-close brawling. I could see Richter's being the shooter just so he can get the big Mega Man gun on his arm, which just those two, and like one of you or Marcus would be Legend of Zelda with the sword and stuff, which I like that, and I do like being the Mii's because it adds an element of a like create a wrestler or create a character, which is kind of cool.
You know, as an inside joke, I'm gonna have to say, Richter, if you get this game, you have to create a Rudy Tanner me just so you get the roar cannon.
Oh.
Yep, the cannon. It's your bread and butter.
Right. I actually
No,
the thing that
okay. Seriously, real quick, my final Smash, because you see the gunner type. I'm gonna call it Skype Cannon.
Nice.
Nice. I do have to say that, though, the thing that made me squee the most, I have to admit, well, I did like the Mii Fighter thing. I was like, cool, you can play as your Miis. The thing that made me squee the most was Mega Man's Final Smash, where he basically summons Mega Man throughout the years, and they just go ballistic on everything on the screen. I'm like, yes, shut up and take my money.
That is pretty awesome. The only character I was like, what? Was the what the fuck's her name? The Pit's
Palutena.
goddess?
Palutena.
Yeah, that's it. And she's a easier to pronounce name.
Yeah, but I'll admit, I liked seeing her, and it's always cool to have an extra female character on the roster that's not just another princess.
Yeah, she's like
Rosalina, who's probably going to make it, but it's a case of I liked seeing that, which is kind of cool. And my only problem with her was they announced her in between the Mii's and Pac-Man, which means I could just keep forgetting she was announced. I'm like, Pac-Man, we got a game with Mega Man, Pac-Man, Mario, and Sonic all at once. My childhood dream is true.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can play as me. And then it's like, oh yeah, there was someone else.
Though I do have to say, they so should make an anime based on the release video for Palutena, because, come on, who didn't go fuck yes when that anime thing popped up?
That's what I've said. I've been saying that they need to do the anime.
Yep.
only if they do the thing where Link never gets to talk and can talk, but everyone just keeps interrupting him. Because I think that'd be amazing, like Mo said before. That'd be just great.
I'm also hoping, because if you remember when they said we're not going to do a subspace embassy thing because the videos might be leaked online and then it ruins it, which I can kind of understand, but at the same time I'm like, I'd rather have it because I like subspace embassy. He mentioned, but there will be some sort of cutscenes. You'll just be able to view them from the get-go. Are they going to be the anime scenes like that one? Because that'd be great.
That'd be fucking awesome. So I really loved seeing Link in action like that, you know, and that was so awesome.
Especially if they were in 3D on the 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, shut up and take my money.
And just imagine, we've seen this before, but imagine if each character gets their own anime video or stuff. Imagine an anime Supersonic.
I think Mo's gonna himself tonight.
I am.
Alright. Does anybody else?
Supersonic would be Amazeballs!
Oh no.
It's made in all of our E3 videos. Same with the applause at the beginning. I'm just keeping continuity.
There you go. But does any of you guys want to go off on one of yours and we'll go back and forth from like me, you guys, somebody else?
I went when you were unfortunately muted, and I'm using air quotes for unfortunate, which means it's one of the other two.
I'll go then if you want.
Okay. We can each have one go around, except for Marcus. We'll him because he likes everything I like, so I get all his.
He also likes begging James Phoenix for sex.
I don't like that. Well,
I'll leave that to Stacy, thank you.
I know, she said you liked everything she liked.
I'll leave that to him. The whole thing going on.
It's cool, but I believe Richter was about to say something.
All right.
He has, and because of what today is, I have to say, before we introduce him, Happy Stay-at-Home Dad Day!
Thank you.
How many times did you get?
Okay, so game I'm going to talk about that they showed at some point. I think it was during the conference, anyway, or during their little video thing. I hope nobody else was. I hope I'm not taking the last thing Marcus Shadow would talk about. But anyway, they showed a game called Splatoon.
Yes.
Like that looked really cool. It was basically like a 4-on-4, not like kind of competitive multiplayer game, but instead of the direct goal is to kill people, the direct goal is to cover territory in ink because you're like squid people or whatever. So, and you can transform from like a squid to a person, and the person, strangely enough, shoots the ink, and like the squid can move like super fast through your own color ink, and then you're like slowed down in the opposite one. And I'm like, those are some really cool ideas of like all the stuff they were talking about. I'm like, that actually looks interesting. Like, I don't know if I'd actually play it, but that game looked really cool.
Yeah, I want to play it. It had some interesting mechanics. It's basically Team Fortress 2 with ink.
Yeah.
Unless
But without, and with killing is not really the goal.
Yeah, which I like. I think that's refreshing too.
Yeah.
Have effectively a first-person shooter where you're not killing people.
Yeah, I thought that was neat. And like you could also jump to your team. So like on the bottom screen, you're like, oh, there's 3-on-1 here, and you tap, and then you like super jump to where your teammate is, so you can like support them. I'm like, that's neat. So someone's not like abandoned. You could be like, oh, you got backup now. Like, I think that's kind of cool.
It kind of reminds me of a Tony Hawk game about the graffiti, like in the 90s, where you skate some colors it. Like, that was me and my sister's favorite mode, and we just do that all the time, and only just color everything because it was fun. So this will be my alternative to that.
Seeing someone squirt another man in all his juices just reminds me of what Simon calls Thursday night.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a day that ends in Y, darling? That's what I'm doing.
Hi, Simon.
Yeah.
He's not here. He already rage quit the video at this point. If he's listening to it later, he's like, oh, he just walks away.
Vain.
Was there anything that wasn't taken away from you, Marcus Shadow?
That rules out dignity.
I'll see, what am I going to take? I'll take Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright on 3DS in America. Finally, we're getting a Western release of that.
Nice.
I've been wanting to get into the Professor Layton games because I heard they were really good, and I love the Phoenix Wright series. So,
So you go.
I just started to like the Phoenix Wright series.
I said you go, Marcus. I didn't mean to cut you off. There was a gap in between when you were speaking.
Come on, do your Shadow.
Wow.
Speaks of winter.
I must summon him.
What?
It worked.
I said my game.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, you sound like you were going to speak because it went quiet, and I started to speak, and then I heard you again, so I was like, oh, God, I just interrupted you without meaning to.
No.
I was going to say, I've never played either Phoenix Wright or Professor Layton. However, I will say that recently Nintendo did announce the Phoenix Wright trilogy is being brought out for 3DS, where it's going to be all three of them available to download from the eShop, so when I get my 2DS, I will be getting that. Because I kind of want to play those games. I really want to play those games. I just never had a chance to, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're really awesome. And Richter has told me that the Professor Layton games are good. You have like at least one of them, don't you?
I have one of them. Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah.
I did want one of the
very
games.
puzzle games.
I did want one of the games, even though it wasn't Phoenix Wright.
Mm-hmm.
I know on Wii they brought out a Harvey Birdman one.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, because when we started to get that on TV here, I was like, I love this cartoon. Why have I not seen this before? Where have you been all my life? And then I was like, okay. I mean, I looked online for the game, and it was like they released the game here before it was shown on TV. So now it was out of print, and now it was on TV, and people were after it. They put the price up to like 3 or 4 times the price of an actual Wii system. I'm like, yeah, fuck off. You cannot have my money.
That's funny because that's almost the opposite of in America, because it came out like after the show had been out, so like no one cared about it. So it was like a $10 game at GameStop.
Nice. Then it's back to you, our hostess.
Okay. Next one I'm gonna talk about is Hyrule Warriors. Didn't that look fucking awesome?
That looked amazing.
Yeah, and I really liked how awesome freaking Impa looked. She looked so freaking badass, and also kind of looks like the Skyward Sword version, except like a little bit different, but like it still looks like it's kind of in there. And I really liked her character model from Skyward Sword, and it's so cool.
See, I linked Marcus to a video from that of Zelda's gameplay. I was blown away with Zelda's gameplay. I was like, oh! Every time she did something, I was like, that looks awesome! Whoa, what the fuck was that? Oh, yeah, she just did the move I liked again. Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! All the way through, it's like, yes, this looks awesome! And at the end, I was left feeling, I want this! Unlike other times where they show off a demo and you're like, it's a game you're excited for, then you watch an E3 demo and it's like the off-screen one with over-the-shoulder playing it.
Oh.
And I'm always like, I don't really care at this point. After you've shown me like 2 minutes, I'm like, I'm done. This one I stuck through to the end, and I was like, everything just amazed me. Except for the wall. Because the wall in the video kept pulsing and changing colour like a PlayStation 4's light bar, which was weird because I didn't notice it at first. And I spoke to, I think it was Jim at the time, and when I looked back at the conversation, or at the video, and I'm like, holy fuck, the wall just changed. The wall had changed colour. It was like fucking blue when we started. Now it's red. What the fuck? Because I was just concentrating on that middle screen. And as anyone who's played split screen knows, you can concentrate on just one little screen and ignore the rest of the whole screen.
I think that was me you were talking to, because weren't you watching it at the same time I was after you gave me the link?
Yeah, I was watching it at the same time I was watching it with you, but Jim was in the conversation with us, and I spoke to Jim about something else, and I looked back, and I was like, the wall just changed, am I crazy? And out the back of my eye, as I was watching the rest, I was keeping my eye on the wall, and then when it changed, I was like, aha, I knew it!
Just keep watching the wall.
Watching the wall while doing a Jeff Goldblum impression. I'm not crazy. No, I'm not crazy.
And I have to ask, and maybe Stacey can answer this question, what was up with Impa basically stealing Cloud's sword?
She's not really stealing Cloud's sword. He does have like a pretty big sword or whatever. But he's not the only one who's allowed to have big swords. Like, ever.
He totally forgot Kenshin. What's up with that?
It's not like he has, like, every big sword is now, like, Cloud trademarked.
He totally forgot every one of Richter's Monster Hunter characters.
That's right.
There you go.
Although they did come later. Actually, I don't use the sword. I can't use that thing worth crap. That's my friend's domain.
Fair enough. I just know whenever I've used sword and shield and stuff on that. And one of the swords where you use, which one is it? One of the swords just on its own. It's like bigger than his whole fucking body. And it's like, how are you carrying this? I mean, how do you hold it out without digging the ground?
It's still smaller than the lance, the like 6-foot sword.
Yeah.
Like in Adventure, she is supposed to have one job of being a soldier or a guardian. So she's not just made to have like an adventure sword. She's made for like killing and fighting people exclusively. You know.
Although, I'll be. Oh. So, just gonna say, in Hyrule Warriors and in Monster Hunter and stuff later on, and all the other games with characters with big swords, I do have a request for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Can we have them emerge on the field carrying a giant bag, like how the Olympians go there with like the javelin one, and then unzip the bag and then emerge a giant fucking sword? Because that would make my day. But
I do have to say the one thing I'm hoping with Hyrule Warriors is that I hope what they said during the presentation is true. And because basically they said something along the lines of, yeah, the Musou games are, known for, they're known for a lot of characters, for having like a shit ton of characters to choose from, and they said, all the characters you wish you could play as in Zelda, yeah, you're gonna be able to do it here.
I really hope so too. That'd be a great range of characters to be super amazing. And also, it was so cute how he said like, I hope both people will get into this series and play the other series too. Like, pretty much. Like, it was just adorable. It was like, that would make me very happy. Like, it was just so cute how he said that, It was adorable. I was like, then buy this game and give me all your money, and then this dream shall come true. It's so adorable. Like, I swear, like, aging, like, Japanese men, like, are just adorable. Sorry, Jeff, it doesn't work with you.
Oh.
He's Chinese.
Now I know,
Okay.
but I picture him like leaving with that like Hulk ending theme music.
I realized I was speaking with my mic muted. I was saying I want various versions of Link, and I want Toon Link because he's my favorite Link. I want Toon Link, but I also believe when I made my joke about the Olympians, I believe Richter was about to say something about Hyrule.
I don't remember anymore.
Oh,
Sorry.
fair enough.
Or it was the bag thing, and I was like, that would be cool. And then I don't know.
I distracted you with a bag.
Probably.
I'm now Felix the cat.
Maybe ride in with opponent and like use their hooves to like hit somebody in the face. That'd be cool.
That's what they need to bring back.
Right-handed Link.
They need to bring back Felix the cat.
No.
You like cats?
Like Felix.
Wow.
The X-Pound does not condone the thoughts and opinions of Anastasia Laserbeam.
He was like a cat. He was too much like Mickey, except like dumber and a cat.
Exactly. At least he wasn't an asshole. Like Mickey. No, but I was kidding. And it's back to me now, isn't it?
Yeah.
The next one, the one I was excited for, and I'm going to take this just before anyone else does, although I don't think anyone else will. Devil's Third. Made by the director of Ninja Gaiden. I believe hopefully I'm saying that right, instead of Ninja Garden like I used to. It's Ninja Gaiden, or Gaiden, one of the two. But it was made by the person who directed that, exclusively for the Wii U. It's an action game that marries melee, combat, and a cover system, first-person shooter, objective-based attack, defend, cooperative multiplayer modes, a level editor, character customization, and obviously just a shit ton of blood and gore. It's like one of those games like that and Bayonetta and stuff and Zombie U and stuff are proof. But when people are like, but Nintendo's a kiddie console. No, it's not. It's a console for everyone. Just because the game's bright, like, say, Wind Waker, doesn't mean it's for kids. Like, the Pixar films are not for kids. They're not like fucking the Moshi Monster films.
I don't know what that is.
Pixar for kids.
Moshi Monsters is basically a modern version of Neopets.
Okay.
If you don't know what Neopets is, Neopets was, in its day, a modern version of Digimon.
I know what
On a
Neopets are.
computer instead of a handheld thing, yeah. But I digress. But what did everyone else think of Devil's Third?
I honestly forgot about it.
I love the fact that the director Itagaki or Itagaki,
yeah.
the director guy
Dude
mentioned
with the sunglasses.
he said they really understood my vision, so I felt I really had to work with them. That makes me go whoa, because well, let's face it, he's made some pretty great games.
Yeah, he did. And as much as I like the stuff, I don't hold anything personal against him, but he's kind of crazy. So.
Oh, to be fair, the best creativity people normally are crazy. I mean, have you seen any interviews with Alan Moore?
Yes.
The dude looks like a fucking hobo with a beard that's like been let out of a mental institution, which I say is completely good because you need that to create Watchmen.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, with at least Itagaki's not like bad crazy. He's just kind of like arrogant, but he's not like Phil Fish. Yeah. He's still like a decent person. He's just he always wears his sunglasses, which is funny.
He's a little arrogant, although he's no Cliffy B.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, and I want to know, hopefully there was no one out there listening to this that when I mentioned Alan Moore was like, who's that? Until he said created Watchmen. Like, oh, the guy that made Watchmen. I didn't know that. He made that film? If you say that and you didn't know it was a comic or you didn't know who Alan Moore was, you've made a powerful enemy.
You have made a powerful enemy.
Your death. Challenge accepted.
Yeah, you have made a powerful enemy this day. That'd be like if I was to turn around and say to Marcus, oh, Marcus, I'm a big Legend of Zelda fan. I love Zelda in his little green outfit. Marcus would have every right to throw hot coffee in my face. Just like if you say to someone Alan Moore and they go, who? You have every right to throw hot coffee in their face. If you're listening and someone says, who's Alan Moore? Throw hot coffee in their face. It's approved by the X-Pound.
This is for the molds.
I plead the fifth.
Element? I know, I'm just full of really outdated references. Like Watchmen, Felix the Cat, Fifth Element. Eventually I'll make some sort of modern claim. I mean, I've been watching on TV, I got TiVo'd recently, that Happy Days show. I believe that could be popular soon, so I might be able to reference that. Hey!
Oh my god.
But no,
So
over to, I believe it's Rick.
Yep. Okay. Next one on my list, as you could probably guess, is Xenoblade Chronicles X, which they showed some more gameplay for, or actually a trailer. I think they showed more gameplay last year, but still looks really cool. Lots of robot action. They said that it was like a spiritual successor to Xenoblade and Xenosaga, and it definitely looked like Xenosaga.
Yes, it did.
So I'm hoping that's fun. Still looks cool. I kind of like the old title better. I know it was just a letter, but Xenoblade Chronicles X sounds like very 90s to me. I don't.
It's supposed to sound very 90s and like westernized and stuff, because they mentioned it's a spiritual successor, but it's more westernized. That's why most of the like mech suits you'll find are all heavily based on advertisements. Like you'll get in like a multicolored one and it'll go Xenoblade, taste the rainbow. Or there'll be like a red can that transforms into a mech, or you can get a mech in the shape of a racist old colonel who sells chicken.
Nice.
It's possible. I didn't do research on this, but I just wanted to sound like I knew what the game was about.
You know what? At least you didn't use the same one I said two later. So, still a step ahead of Jim. Now you make me want a game that's just so silly, where all the robots are like transforming advertisements.
Yes.
Go, Coke robot.
And why am I imagining Ronald McDonald Mac would look like Sweet Tooth's ice cream truck transformed?
He's already halfway there.
Xenoblade Chronicles Extreme.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a snowboarding mech. Whoa!
Yeah, that game though. I will say that game. While I hadn't played the first one, I'm glad it's. I'm a little disappointed it's a sequel. If that makes sense, because I hadn't had a chance to play the first one before the price went up. So I'm hoping it's not too first game dependent. Although if like Bayonetta they included the first game with it, I would be all over the moon.
That would be amazing.
But I will say, even if it is dependent on the first one, I will just buy it anyway, and I will just bother Rick every week with explain.
Oh man.
You're my Xenoblade wiki. Explain.
I gotta play more then. I only played it for a few hours. I gotta play it again.
But I can explain, Mo. I can look it up on Wikipedia. No, I want someone that's played it.
Oh man. Yeah, I got to hear all about Jack and Daxter that night. Anyway.
Oh god.
Yeah, you got to hear all about Jack and Daxter. And the best part was, he only asked him who are Jack and Daxter and why are they in PlayStation All-Stars?
I don't think I asked that, but...
I don't think that. I can't remember if they're in PlayStation All-Stars. I think one of them is, but...
Jack is.
That'd be amazing if you asked, who are they, why are they in PlayStation All-Stars, and then you got told about all their games.
Oh my gosh. Well, it was nice because it negated the need for me to play the games, but it also sucked because he tells it out of order. So I'm like, wait, did that happen? And I gotta in my mind, I have to lay them down like tiles and then move them when he tells me. He's like, actually, but before that, and then you find out. Let me back up here. And then the tank was.
I have to say though, with Jim, hopefully he listens to this. If he doesn't, it's fine. It's a shame he never enrolled in the army, because I'm sorry, in like 40 years' time, he would make a wonderful grandpa telling stories in the old folks' home, yes. Especially if it's out of order. And then we killed Bin Laden and saved the day. But then as my truck was being assaulted by Taliban, wait, I thought you saved the day. Yeah, but that was later. Ah!
Oh, that'd be so great.
Good old Jim.
But no, like I said, the Xenoblade game does look cool. But I believe it's with Tumaki,
Okay, let's see.
the big N,
Okay.
that yellow arch. I realised that may have sounded racist. That wasn't actually meant as racist. That was meant as a McDonald's reference due to our previous discussion about transforming
Fair
stuff.
I'm gonna go with Mario Maker. Just the ability to make your own Super Mario Brothers levels, and you can switch between classic Super Mario Brothers and is it New Super Mario Brothers U? I think. Yeah, shut up and take my money.
And they also said there's going to be sprites and stuff of games they haven't shown yet.
Oh, like from across the Mario universe, like Mario 3 and stuff.
It might be across the Mario universe. So they even said some of them could even be non-Mario games. So you can make like a Mario-style level for, say, like using, I don't know, Ocarina of Time sprites.
Oh, nice.
I'm using that as a hypothetical. They didn't actually say Ocarina of Time. I was just pandering to Marcus.
But they're putting in the other sprites they haven't shown. Fair enough.
Yeah, and so they said some could be from games that aren't Mario.
Fair enough. Richter, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Zelda?
I thought it was going to make a Pinky in the Brain joke.
I was thinking if they're going to put in sprites and like textures and stuff from other games that aren't Mario, I'm thinking Spot. Metroid Maker.
Oh, not Cool Spot.
That would be awesome. Cool Spot.
Make it happen, Nintendo. Give us a Metroid Maker. That'd be amazing.
What the fuck happened to Cool Spot?
Same thing that happened to the Noid. Did they have the Noid over there? Or...
Is that you're talking about?
I know, because you're like 15. It was like the old Domino's.
The
Noid was the old Domino's one, and the spot, the cool spot was, you know, in the 7-Up cans, it was the dot between the 7 and the up.
Yeah, it's like, I'll admit, I had a game about a cheetah, and it took me the longest time because we didn't have Cheetos over here as much.
Oh, okay.
To know where that was Chester Cheetah, he was a mascot. Like, this is a great game. It's like I barely understood Cool Spot was a tie-in to 7-Up. I discovered that years later, and it's like, what? The only tie-in game I'd played was Mac and Gob Alien Defenders, whatever the fuck it was, on Mega Drive, where you're like two people, and it was a McDonald's game, yet it was a side-scrolling shoot 'em up. I don't know. None of this makes sense, but yes, I believe it's a... but I was going to say, I liked the look of the Mario Maker. It did seem pretty cool, Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
And I do love the end of the video where the guy completely did something dickish, which was hilarious.
Where he walled in the end zone?
Yeah, walled in the castle, so he completed the flag, completed the level, he just didn't get the animation of him entering the castle. I'm hoping you can pull the sprites apart, because I want to make a Mario level of just Toad's head on a pike.
Ha!
But back to you, Pew.
Alright, the last one I'm going to talk about is the new Legend of Zelda game.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to put Stacy now into a mental institution.
I believe that was New York for it looked okay, but it's hardly Skyrim.
Oh, that was shut the fuck up, take my money. I'll shove it down your goddamn throat.
Like Simon Silver comes so strong that he ran down the throat of a whore.
Yes!
There you go. But yeah.
Available now at the X-Pound store.
Hi, Simon.
But that would be so freaking awesome if it was more like open world and shit. That'd be great. That'd be so fucking awesome. And if those were English graphics, that'd be fucking amazing.
Yeah, I believe it was Ionoma was the one doing the presentation. He said that with this one, they've been able to do something they've wanted to do for a while, and they kind of started with thing between worlds, and that is make it not only open world, but make it one large interconnected world instead of worlds connected by load zones. And so basically, he had behind him the big backdrop of the world of Hyrule. You're kind of standing in the plains. And he said, you see those mountains in the background? Way back there? Yeah, if you actually go take the time, however many hours to go all the way back there, you can actually go up the mountains. So he said basically anything you can actually see, you can get to and interact with and do stuff with. And my jaw hit the floor when I saw those graphics. I was like, wow, that's kind of beautiful.
It's really, fucking amazing, and you could just see, like, the really texture, even in the grass blowing in the wind and stuff, and, like, the atmosphere in there, that was just gorgeous. And you really can, like, go to some place and just pretty much enter it however you want. That's, like, fucking amazing. I mean, we didn't get to see much. We only got to see, like, that image, but we saw a trailer, too. But, like, yeah. I just really hope it looks like that, and or it's not going to get delayed or something, or just nothing goes wrong.
Yeah, I hope the gameplay is actually what they showed, and I hope what they showed isn't just like a cutscene, because if it is, then horse combat's going to be amazing. Because yeah, having the character jump off the horse and the horse just kind of flips her up or him up, and that's the other thing too, is we don't know who the character is and if that's the main character. We don't know if that's Link, and Ionoma has come out and said, "I never said that was Link."
Wait, who said that?
Ionoma, Eiji Ionoma, the producer, the creator.
Link? Is that what they said?
Yeah, because someone had mentioned to them that about like the different color scheme, the fact that Link, quote unquote, was appeared to not be wearing green; he was wearing like blue. And then if you look at the face and the hair,
like a ponytail.
Yeah, but if you look at the face and the hair, that character looks more feminine. So some people theorize it could be a girl. And Ionoma's only response to that was, hey, I never said it was Link.
Yeah, some people even said...
got up and said, ooh, you got served.
So one of the rumors going around is that you're going to be playing as Zelda this time around. Possibly.
Even said, I heard someone say because it's a blue shirt, it could be like Errol or... Link's sister or something, or some kind of close, relative.
Mm.
Well, what I've said when I was speaking about this with the mole is, especially since they established the lineage thing in Skyward Sword, the fact that it's basically the spirit of demise, the bloodline of demise via the bloodline of Link, doesn't necessarily mean the hero of that generation has to be male. The lineage, the bloodline could be a female bloodline. So the next hero could be female. And I don't see a problem with that because there's no out-and-out rule that says every hero must be male.
There's not. Although my main problem with that was it's been how many years of Zelda now, and it's always been Link. So unless it's Zelda or Link as the main heroes, I wouldn't buy it.
I would just say
Metal Gear Solid 2 it.
The only thing that with Link being as feminine as he is, you really don't have to change much. If someone told me that Link was actually a girl the whole time, I would just be like, okay. Because you know what? You never know, okay? Until I see his cock in my face, it's not gonna happen. Seriously, for all I know, he could have been a chick the whole time, just lying. Who knows, okay? He could be the flattest chest girl ever. So I'm saying I don't really care because he's very androgynous anyway. So really, it doesn't really matter at this point.
Please tell me that's the title of this video. Hell, I see it in my face.
Seriously, is that the one definitive thing to tell male versus female? I think it is. So. So that's how you'd say. Anyway, but he's so androgynous. It really doesn't matter as long as he's the same on the inside. Who the hell cares? But yeah, anyway, I'm super excited for that. And even if he's a girl or not, or a family member, whoever, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be friggin' awesome. I hope. This is all my super mega hope.
I'm still gonna get it.
Yeah. So okay, that's my last one. Anybody else can totally go and add the last bit.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take two now, because one's a joke. According to the LA Times, Nintendo's white PlayStation 4 debuted. So, yeah, that was news. Nintendo's white PlayStation 4 debuts. But no. Next bit
So
of
does
news.
that have?
So you go.
Does that have the hero of time of war? Then is it like Legend of Zelda, but it's Kratos? So Link's like ripping off Ganondorf's head and stuff.
Nice. But my next one I'll go with is Bayonetta 2 will include the original Bayonetta game when it's released in October. It also features costumes including Peach, Samus, and Link. So you can play as like Samus version of Bayonetta, or Link version of Bayonetta, or Peach version of Bayonetta, which is kind of cool. Plus, as we showed off, and I linked this to Richter, she has a mech suit.
I can only assume that it was my influence that got that in the game.
It was. Like it was Marcus's that made her dress up as Link.
That's true.
He wanted like you said, a Rule 34 to Link.
We could make her Zelda. No, must be Link.
Yeah.
Hey, I never said that was Bayonetta. No, I don't. That game does look cool. It was pretty fun when I played it, the demo at PAX, and that extra stuff just looks really, really nice.
It does, and I really loved the original.
Yeah, and it's awesome that it comes with it, because it wasn't on a Nintendo console, so it makes perfect sense to bundle it together, and probably makes that a really easy early purchase, because it's 2 games for 1.
Yep. We'll also say I loved the fact, like before when we were talking, I loved the idea that basically, what's his name? That the defense for Link was basically, I never said that was Link. But you didn't say it wasn't not Link either. That's like, that'd be like if Capcom commented it. To be fair, we never said that was Dante.
We never said that was the real Mega Man. It was box art. Oh man, companies.
We never said you'd be buying the complete Street Fighter. But no, that was my second one of Bayonetta 2. I'm looking forward to that. And when I will buy that, and when it comes with the first one, I'll admit I'll probably play through the first one again, just with the new features and stuff to try it out, and be like, cool, and go and play the second one. But over to whichever one of you is next.
Okay, this one, hopefully, I'm sure Marcus was going to take this, I feel bad. But he was the one that pointed this out to me. But one of the things they mentioned that they were working on was, the working title of it is Project Giant Robot, where basically you control a giant robot, and the L and R buttons would move it forward and back. The 2 analog sticks would control its arms, and you aim its lasers with the pad by moving the pad around. And it sounds an awful lot like an updated version of a game that came out on PS2 called Rad, or Robot Alchemic Drive, which is an amazing game. I would recommend any giant robot fans check out that game. But I'm like, that actually sounds really cool. Sure, I'll be spinning around in the chair like an idiot aiming the lasers, but that actually sounds really fun, and you just walk around destroying stuff, and you know, it's part simish because you're not just controlling, you know, like you're actually like when you control how it moves forward and back in the arms, it feels a little bit more immersive, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. And it is always fun to blow up buildings in games. Who didn't love Rampage?
Yes.
Miyamoto
Defense Force.
Wasn't Miyamoto there as well?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
He looked so happy. Like,
yeah.
He had a little smiley. He was adorable. He was so into it. And it's just some developers really into their stuff, which you know means that they're going to care about it probably almost just as much as you, if not more. And like they're going to really put their heart in.
Yeah, I will say that was something that did surprise me with that announcement. Mm-hmm. We saw who made it, and it was like, whoa, the guy that created Mario and Zelda has a new game, and yet you're not showing it during your conference? The fuck? I understood it though, because as they said, it would get completely buried under Pokemon, Mario, Zelda, and stuff new. Yeah. So they were like, "Yeah, let's not." Mm-hmm. I understand that, but still, part of me was like, "Come on, give respects to." I'm gonna name him basically the grandfather of video games.
Pretty
There
much.
you go.
And I also love the fact that apparently at the end of the presentation when Miyamoto showed up and he was like in his office or whatever, it looked like he was playing the build of the new Star Fox, which yay, new Star Fox.
Yep.
Is that what
Do
you're?
I have anything else?
Oh.
I only have one other thing on my. Well, actually, I have two things on my list, but I'm gonna go with, because I don't think anyone else will take it. I'm gonna go with Captain Toad. Yes, I know it's
Toad Pound.
yeah, it's basically a full game of some mini game from some other game, but that's fine because I never played the other game.
Mario 3D World.
Sorry, I like that description.
Yeah.
It was Mario 3D World, and I wasn't going to bring that up, but yeah, it was a bonus stage on Mario 3D World where you got to do it as Toad, and they said it worked well enough to give it its own game.
Hey, Mo.
Yeah, or as I like to call it, Toad Raider. It looks awesome. It looks Toad raiding tombs. Come on, shut up and take my money.
Mo, are you gonna get that just so you can kill Toad and make him fail all the time?
I don't think I will get that because I had played that mini game on the 3D World and it was okay, but you can't jump or anything like that. And I'm like, you know what I mean? It's just, I was like,
Bionic Commando flashbacks.
Yeah, I'm more likely to buy Yarn Yoshi.
Oh yes.
What about Claymation Kirby?
I am looking forward to the new Kirby game.
That's gonna be good.
But
Alright.
the Captain Toad game did look fun.
Well, we know Stacy didn't have anything else because she said that was her final game. Anybody else have anything else?
Okay, since we kind of touched upon it, how about Star Fox?
Yes.
And they've said the Wii U gamepad serves as a first-person cockpit view inside the Air Wing in Star Fox, which includes a new helicopter vehicle and the ability to switch to the Landmaster tank instantly.
But
Yep.
will there be dinosaurs? Like, that's my question. Will there be blue foxes and dinosaurs? Because if there isn't, I'm just gonna have to celebrate. Because that was like,
If
I
the
don't know if
helicopter
you've
transforms into the Landmaster, sold.
seen run freaking dinosaurs over. Company Nintendo Power, they said the most annoying and frustrating things that are in a game, the largest collection of frustrating things in a game was in the Star Fox, like, I forget what it was called.
Adventure?
The whatever shit. But
Yeah.
like,
Well,
yeah,
no, considering that wasn't a Star Fox game, there's something else like,
I know it was a
just
Star
throw Star Fox in there.
yeah, but they even they said in the magazine like how frustrating it was and everything.
Yeah.
I feel bad for my friend because several months ago we were talking about like a Wii U version of Star Fox, and literally what he came up with he wanted to see was almost exactly what they showed. And I was like, oh, I don't have the video file or the audio file where he actually mentioned it because of my laptop. Thanks, Sony.
Oh. All right.
I'm pretty sure Nintendo listened. I'm pretty sure a load
They
of games have been
did.
listening to you because every
They
game's getting mech suits now.
I know. It's like they. Oh, that's right. They did bug my house. I totally forgot about that.
Maybe they've been reading your blog.
I didn't mention that one though.
I thought,
they must be-
one of the blog posts on, I believe it's stayathomegamer.com, is 101 games that would be improved with a mech suit.
No, but I think I need to do that for next year. That'll be my Father's Day one.
And his number one choice, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Beam Machine.
Oh. No, that's not even funny, dude. Stupid game.
Tell me that wouldn't be improved if you could just get in a mech suit and destroy the other team's blocks.
Probably.
But if everybody has said their favorite things, I'm gonna just wrap it up.
No.
All right. Oh.
Oh, okay. Go ahead then.
Well, there was two things. One, I'm surprised nobody's mentioned unless I completely missed it. And one is actually a game, Fossil Fighters Frontiers. That game looked kind of cool to me. I mean, basically Pokemon, but with realistic dinosaurs that do attacks and stuff. I'm like, yes, pocket dinosaurs. I approve.
Well, like, I played the first one, and it was actually pretty good, but honestly, I thought Spectrobes was slightly better. Yes, that's right.
Yes.
There. Now I interjected a game no one's heard about. You're welcome.
Oh, God.
But the thing I'm surprised nobody mentioned, unless, like I said, unless I missed it, was the amiibo.
Oh yeah.
I like the amiibos, but with me, I'm on the fence until I see what they do more. Because they talked about this might give us features for Skylanders and Disney Infinity and stuff in the future. And I'm like, cool. And then they didn't tell us what they were. I'm like, tell me, tell me.
I don't know. I'm of the opinion of I don't care. You're giving me a Link figure and a Samus figure. Shut up and take my money.
I heard you're gonna train them like Pokemon. You can train them to fight them because you're not controlling like the Mario when he comes in.
Yeah.
You control
he
when
just
he
comes in like a wrecking
ball.
ball.
Control him once he's in.
Yeah.
And you can customize like their moves and all that crap. So yeah, it'll be pretty fun.
I like the fact they claim every single person on the Smash Brothers roster will get a figure. I want my Sonic figure. Especially because they mentioned all the figures will be able to then be used on Mario Kart 8.
He has to be in the car.
I know Rick's right there with me, but he's got the Mega Man figure.
Well, in the first wave that they showed, there's two I'm buying. At least one I know Marcus is buying, and one that I know my friend is buying. When they make the Mega Man one, I will have bought 3 figures then. Hopefully he's doing that Mega Man jump. That's what I want his figure to be doing.
You don't want him to be like standing over the corpse of Box Art Mega Man with his cannon pointed down like he's about to take a shot, and if you press a button on the side, he does. Well, what's his name? Handsome guy. Ben was married to Jennifer Anderson. Ben.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Thank you. I was close, but yeah, Brad Pitt line from the film Troy of "Before this day is through, I will look upon your corpse and smile."
And then he changes colors to Smile Man, who he had killed earlier.
Yes. But like I said, I like the amiibo concept because I'm a big supporter, as we've mentioned in the past, of those figures to toys. Highly anticipating Disney Infinity 2.0. They just didn't tell me what these figures did much besides Smash Brothers, and I'm like, I want to know what they do in the other games before I decide whether or not to buy some, if that makes sense. But I'm at least interested, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
It does. Okay, I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Marcus Shadow has spoken.
Now, I will say final thoughts. For me personally, like we did with the other conferences, I like the fact Nintendo did their own thing again, and it actually felt better because it was shorter with their own direct thing, and they included jokes with the robot chicken things and stuff, which is kind of cool. But as well as doing that, they did the Treehouse, a tournament with Smash Brothers, and a whole bunch of other stuff, which means we actually got more Nintendo news than we got Sony or Microsoft news, which is kind of cool. And I love the fact a load of articles, including one on, I hope I'm saying this right, Kotaku, was even, okay, do you have, what's your excuse for not buying a Wii U now, question mark, because people are like, oh, it's got no games, boom, shitload of games. But it's only got kids' games. Boom, 2 mature games announced for E3 with Bayonetta and the other one. So what's everyone's excuse now? Go out and buy a Wii U.
That's what it is now. It's like, oh, am I gonna get like am I gonna make it a PS4 or am I gonna get an Xbox with my Wii? Which one am I going to get with my Wii U? You know, which one's going to sit next to my Wii U? At least that's how I feel. Because like I just feel like it's one that everybody should get because it's for everybody, and then you can choose the other one. You can choose between the other one, but you already know you're getting your Wii U. At least that's how I feel.
Yeah, it's like people always say with Nintendo consoles, as much as this pains me, but it is true, Nintendo consoles are your secondary console. Your main should be PS4 or Xbox One, whichever one you want to go with, which is cool. Whichever one's fair enough. If you've got pros and cons. And it's a case of then after you've got that, when you want a cheaper console, you get the Wii U to get all the Nintendo-owned titles.
It hasn't really hurt them so far, and I think you're doing pretty well for it, so...
Well, they're still behind in terms of how much they wanted to sell the console. At this point, the console's almost still a loss.
Legend of Zelda should change that.
Smash Brothers should change that.
There you go.
Mario Kart already improved the sales, so imagine what Smash Brothers will do. Because there was a lot of people who bought the Wii just for Smash Brothers. There should be people who buy the Wii U for Smash Brothers.
That's why I was surprised that they were going to make the 3DS one come out first, because that sold so many. I thought they were going to push the Wii U version out first to try to get people to sell the system.
I also thought we'd get a different announcement, Rick.
Mm-hmm.
They want to push the Amiibos, fair enough, and they want to push Smash Brothers, which is cool to sell consoles. Why not do a bundle? Why didn't they show off a bundle of a new Wii U bundle, a new collectible Wii U, whatever you want to do, that comes with Smash Brothers and 2 or 3 starting Amiibos, I don't know, Mario, Link, and Samus.
I thought they would actually release a bundle for Christmas. This was before the Amiibo, so I wouldn't have put them in there. But I actually figured that they would make a bundle that's the game and the system.
Yeah, it makes sense that they should.
And probably like a Smash. Well, sorry to interrupt, but didn't they show a Smash Brothers quote unquote themed GameCube controller? I figure and throw that in there too.
That would make sense. And like I said, you don't have to include the Amiibos. Yeah. I do agree. I honestly thought I agree. I think they will have a bundle. I just thought they'd show it at E3 because that's pretty much saying, boom, best bundle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nintendo's like, this is called our shut up and we take your money bundle.
Yeah, but I kind of think I know why they didn't do that.
Shut up and give us your money bundle.
Yeah. They're probably going to wait for a few months to announce it because, let's face it, there are some people out there who don't own the Wii U that will actually go out and buy it right now before Smash Brothers. They'll make more money that way.
Yeah.
And yay, Kirby.
All right. If everybody's news exhausted, then thank you for joining us, everybody. Thank you, Crazy aka the Mole. Thank you.
And thank you, everyone. I'll be here all week.
Thank you, Richter Hammer. Thank you, Marcus Shadow.
Fuck you!
Bump, Mike.
Your host, Anastasia Lazy. I was your host, Anastasia Lazybeam.